think most of us by now know that not drinking alcohol, eating a good diet and lifting heavy help testosterone. But what about the things you do every day that feel necessary but secretly erode your baseline testosterone levels? The things that everyone does that are almost prerequisites to being the modern day successful male. Well, in this video, we'll discuss 5 habits you probably do on a daily basis that are secretly killing your testosterone. Number 1 is you're probably avoiding friction at all costs. This is the most important one. You've removed all friction from your life. You get your food delivered, you do minimal steps, everything's convenient, and you've got comfort everywhere you go. And while that sounds great on the surface, historically humans needed constant movement and effort to earn resources which were highly competed for. That created a signal, right? This person is capable, keep them strong, keep them hormonally sharp. And now we've kind of engineered that out. And in doing so, you've removed one of the key drivers of high testosterone. Masculine biology thrives on resistance, not comfort. So to fix this, you need to walk more, do hard things regularly, keep some level of physical challenge outside the gym. The way I reframe it is, if your life is too easy, then your body has no reason to stay powerful. And number 2 is going to somewhat contrast this. You do need to manage your body's total stress load every day. So also bear in mind that you're probably operating in a constant threat state and don't even realize it. So this includes work pressure, constant notifications, rushing everywhere, always feeling kind of switched on. Your nervous system never really gets time to downregulate. And from an evolutionary standpoint, that tells your body one thing: you're not safe. And when your body perceives threat, cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. And that's basically because building muscle, libido, and performance isn't essential for survival. Testosterone is a thriving hormone. It shows up when your system feels stable, safe, and resourced, not when it feels like it's constantly under attack. So to fix this, build moments of actual downtime in your day. Go for a walk without your phone, breathe, slow down, detach from constant urgency. No, you don't need meditation retreats, but you do need to just stop living like everything's an emergency all the time. So whilst number 1 and 2 sound like they almost contradict each other, there's a skill in finding just enough discomfort to drive hormone signaling without taking on too much systemic stress. Number 3, dopamine is probably hijacking your drive. This is one that's massively overlooked. Your dopamine system is getting absolutely fried every day. Scrolling for hours on end, short form content, constant stimulation. What this does is raise your dopamine baseline threshold. So normal life, training, work, progression, it feels flat. And when that happens, your motivation drops, your drive drops, and yes, testosterone output can unfortunately follow that. As we've mentioned, testosterone thrives in environments of challenge, pursuit, and effort, not constant reward. So what you need to do is reduce those low quality dopamine hits, especially in the morning. Delay that stimulation until you've done something productive, and keep your environment slightly boring. Earn your dopamine from activities that are hard but rewarding. Delay the dopamine, and I promise you'll feel much better on a daily basis. The 4th one, and this is a big one for the guys that are already struggling with high total systemic stress, but still want to progress their physique as a priority. Stop training like a psychopath. You're in the gym, you're taking every set to failure, adding junk volume, chasing fatigue instead of progression, and then outside the gym you've got 6 hours sleep, high work stress, no structure to recovery, and then you wonder why your libido drops, you have energy crashes, and your progress stalls. We know that training with heavy loads is a positive thing for testosterone, but as with everything, there's always a sweet spot, and doing more isn't usually the answer. And if your total stress load is too high, then your cortisol stays elevated, testosterone gets suppressed, and adding a crazy amount of volume, training beyond failure, and adding intensify techniques is just another stress the body has to deal with. So to start with, pull back your volume by 10 to 20%. Keep the intensity high but controlled, and prioritize sleep like it actually matters. The goal, realistically, isn't to destroy yourself in the gym, it's to create a stimulus you can actually adopt to, so you shouldn't feel battered after every session. And finally, I'm going to discuss something that I call the invisible deficiency. This is where most healthy diets fall short. Even if calories and protein are fine, you're probably low in zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D, and all of these are directly linked to testosterone production. And if you're training hard, sweating a lot, and living in the UK with low sunlight, you're very likely under-consuming these. So when necessary, look to supplement these alongside your diet when you're not getting them from the food and other externalities. This is especially important if you have a busy job, as you're typically more stressed, you're sat down for longer, and your health is more at risk. If you want a system that puts all of this together for you, training, nutrition, habits, everything structured around a busy schedule, I've left a link below for my free course. And if this video helped, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.